Hey everybody, how you doing? This is your man, Jason Myles, yet again with another video. How are you feeling today? I hope you are feeling absolutely fantastic and wonderful today and that your best days are in front of you, right? Before we get started today, we're going to talk a little bit about passive investing and active investing and what that actually means. But hey, listen, we've got a goal here. We've got a goal to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of February or by the end of February, going into March. How about that? So as of March 1st of 2022, we want to have 1,000 subscribers. So please, if you're watching, take just a quick second right now and click that subscribe button. Okay, thank you. Thank you so very much. So we're going to talk about passive and active investing and the difference between the two. Because, hey, listen, we all want to save up for those big things, right? We all want to have the life that we envision. So get yourself a pen and some paper because we're going to need you to take some notes as we move forward. See you in a second. All right, so listen, we all want to invest. We all want to have some money working for us because we want to be able to put our children through school. We want to be able to buy the house of our dreams. We want to be able to take vacations and, just do all the things that we think about in order to have life, at least financially, a little bit easier, right? And investing is the way to do that for, 90% of the population. Well, probably higher than that, probably I'd say 100% of the population, because there's only a few people, a very small percentage of people that are actually earning enough on their job to say, I don't want to worry about investing. But guess what? They invest anyway because you have to do something with the money. And just spending it isn't going to do it for you, right? So you're going to make some investments. And there's a difference between passive and active investing. For instance, when you start out as a real estate investor, when you're starting out, you're active. That means you are actively investing your time, your energy, even your money into the business. If you're knocking on doors, if you're sending out mailers, if you're answering the phones, if you're going to walk through properties, if you're working directly with your contractors, those are active investing situations. It's the same with, really any form of real estate investing. If you are actively answering the phones, if you are a part of the day-to-day operations, you are an active investor to some extent. Now, maybe you have a partner and your partner does some things. We have a gentleman who's a dentist that works with us who wants to invest in real estate, and he does it in a couple different kinds of ways. He does it actively, but partially. He has a partner that handles the day-to-day operations while he's in his practice doing his 9 to 5, okay? So while he's doing his 9 to 5, he's not doing anything real estate related. Now, after that, he's on the phone, he's doing whatever he can do to help his partner find success in that business, or create success, I should say, in that business. So their way of, or his way, I should say, of active investing in that manner is kind of part-time, but he's full-time in it. But he's also a passive investor with us. Passive means he has invested some of his capital that's just sitting on the sidelines. Maybe it's in a bank or a CD or, an IRA, a 401k, whatever, that's not giving him the kinds of returns that he would like to make. So he takes a portion of that money and invests it passively with us. So we put that to use. So we're buying, houses to either renovate or sell. We're buying multifamily properties so that we can earn larger, what I call mailbox money. And for him, those are passive investments, okay? Active real estate investing has a lot of positives as it relates to, getting loans and understanding what's going on in the market, because you have firsthand information when you're active. I mean, when you are knee deep in it or chin deep in it, however you'd like to describe it, what's going on, not just in your business, but in the market that you're working in. And you may be working in multiple markets like us. So it's important for you to know and be as active as you can if that's what you're doing. But the downsides to it potentially are that you're spending an enormous amount of time inside your business. Now, you'll find people all the time that say, hey, work on your business instead of working in your business. But at some point, especially in the beginning, you have to work in your business. You have to be an active investor. If you anticipate having any significant growth, you have to be an active participant in your business. Now, as your business grows, or maybe you're sitting there and you're watching this and you're like very similar to a lot of the investors that we have, in that you have a day-to-day 9-to-5 gig. You are a high income earner. You want your money, your what some people call your lazy money that's just sitting in the bank right now, or sitting in one of those investment options that I discussed earlier, and you want just to have a larger return. You at that point would be a passive investor, because you don't have the time to go out there and look for houses and go through deal after deal after deal. You're going to be looking for someone that does that for you, that you trust, that you believe in, and you're going to go into business passively with that group or that person. That's your passive income. And the reality of it is, if you are a very high net worth individual, 9 times out of 10, you're looking for passive opportunities. You don't want to take, if you've got $1 million sitting in your cash accounts, the last thing you want to do is take that $1 million and go buy 5 or 6 houses and then renovate them yourself and be a part of that. That is not the best use of your time. The best use of your time is to continue doing what you did to make all that money, and allow this money to grow for you at a very, very, I won't say aggressive return, but they'll be more aggressive than what you're getting in the stock market. And it has everything to do with your ability to negotiate, because your money can be growing passively. You could be earning just interest, on your money on an annualized basis. Maybe you want income. There are different people that have different needs and different ways to negotiate what those, the realization of those needs. You may want equity. So depending on your position in that opportunity, hey, you can get it. We've done deals where we've given people 30% equity in some of the opportunities that we've had to offer, whether they were single family or multifamily, depending on how heavy they were coming in. So I think that it's really important for you to understand, and I have these conversations with you because I have had these conversations recently with somebody that we're coaching or training, and they just don't understand at that moment exactly what it means to be a passive or an active investor. We've got people that are wanting to start out that want to be passive investors but don't have any money. But they don't quite understand, because of some of the other things that they were looking into, they don't quite understand the difference between the two because of how it was explained to them then. Giving you an example, there are people that are looking to take their $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 and invest it into a fund that they feel very strongly about, and they believe that that is an active way to invest. They're not doing anything, but they were told that they were active participants in that particular fund. Now, I'm not saying that fund is misrepresenting anything. What I believe that fund is doing is trying to create ownership, and so people feel as though they are owners and not simply just investors, that they have a piece of the pie, and technically they do. So it's just the way they framed it. But because of the way it was framed, especially to a lot of new investors, they feel as though they're active participants when they are not. They are simply passive investors that are going to earn, maybe 6 to 8% on whatever they put in on an annualized basis. However it gets paid out, maybe it gets paid out quarterly or, semi-annually or annually. It's going to be one of those three, But that is passive. That is all the way passive. And it's very, very simple. If you're flipping houses, wholesaling, lease options, answering the phone, sending out mailers, you are an active investor. If you have taken a little bit of money or a substantial sum of money and invested it into a company, a group, a person that is going to invest that money in specific deals that you've already talked about, Now you are a passive investor. And again, if you're a high net worth individual, you earn good money and you have good money sitting in your cash accounts, passive investing is something that you really, really want to look into, because your time is more valuable than, taking time off to go flip a house. The reality of it is we are in business to make money, but that money affords us time. So when you go to start a business and you start that business and you're working in that business, your goal is to work on the business, to put people in place so that those people can operate the business and get paid to operate the business so that you can grow the business externally. Maybe you're branching out into other, whatever the case, but you want to be as passive in that investment as you can possibly be so that you can value your time. Let your money work for you. Those are your employees. Those are your soldiers. You made them so that they can make more, so that they can reproduce. So thank you for your time. I hope this was helpful to you. I'm definitely going to share this with my team. And again, if you like this information, please go ahead, hit the subscribe button, ding the bell so you can be notified. We're putting out content a couple times a week. I want to make sure that you're getting good stuff. And let me know what you'd like to hear more about. If there's a specific process, anything at all, I want to be able to share that information with you. So this is your man, Jason Myles. And as always, see you on the next one.